Pulsars are indeed in a high need of... Holy cow, that was the biggest spider I've ever seen in Sweden. Sorry guys, I'm scrolling. Oh shit! That was scary. Like a freaking beaver. Holy shit. That was a big spider, guys. Holy shit.
Henrik shared that later in the Discord, but sadly we don't have a banana for scale.
Tip of the ice mountain. What is the term in English, guys? Tip of the mountain. What is it called? You're right. In Australia have very nasty spiders and insects, but this is the biggest spider I've seen in Sweden, and I think the biggest one, guys. So I can't kill bugs and insects. Squirrel is in the background. What? Around 31 degree here in my room, so I need to run the fan to not die.
Hello everyone and welcome to this stream summary where Henrik is showing some point of interests and getting attacked by a spider, as we have seen. So first we will look what Henrik has showed us, and then we will go through the random questions and answers list. And Henrik was also in game again, but more to that later. But there was no dungeon tour and no expedition and stuff. He was just in Tindrem and just talking with people.
We've been working a little bit on our new siege system today. Quite exciting stuff. We're going through and gonna finalize those machineries next week, as it looks. So I may be able to showcase some of that in the next stream. We're pushing the siege systems quite further compared to our old siege system. So we will allow players to mount the different siege positions, and by having friends you will be able to work these machineries in a very effective way. So it's fun content to work with, and they're gonna look awesome. No, siege system is not going live next week. I commented that our final design should be finished, which means we can maybe show some of that quite soon. When are we bringing back the beloved Scythes? I'm not sure when we add those weapons, so we have a huge list of different types of weapons and weapon groups, and eventually more and more of those will go into the game. We're working quite a bit on the siege functions, the siege machineries. You're gonna see the traditional siege machines we had in the first game, but obviously we're gonna upgrade them, make them look much nicer. And they will also support new functions. We are now building functions to these siege machineries that we also utilize on our open wagon system and also our ship system. Also, if there's like an open wagon, very much like a ship, you can stand on that surface and move around on that surface and do anything you can on ground. For instance, you can go to location and you see what happened here. And we're trying to leave a trail of what happened. There may be a dead body or a pool of blood, and you can follow that trail of blood to a new location, which you may find a note or something else, and then you can follow that. So you can kind of follow through something that happened in the past or recently and discover things in a very interesting way. So that is some of the things that you will find in these new points of interest locations. So there's quite a lot of efforts tied into them as well. That brings rewards and interesting everything from secrets to non-secrets, and casual things to more deep things. An example of something went wrong, right? And you can follow this blood trail to a new location, for instance, and it's up to you if you want to explore what happened, what is this, what could be there, something hidden or not. That's obviously up to anyone that are interested in that. So as you can see, there's a lot of different themes, and I think they're doing an awesome job adding the world and life and history to the world. It's a huge world, and it's been there for many years, right? So obviously we need to leave trail of living things and things in the past as well. And there's many different things that can, like smoke, light sources that can catch your attention from a very far distance. So there are an extra long range on those things that kind of lure players to them, or how we say it. And I mean, some of the locations are like even larger than Kranash, the city. So there's quite a lot going on. And here's, as you can see, they built a little, like a small village, like small villages. Yeah, exactly. obviously a lot of interior with different rooms and things to, again, explore and discover what the hell happened here, what's going on. And, you know, this is just the tip of the iceberg. And again, it's also not an animal like, you know, a dog, a wolf, a bear you can tame naturally, just like in real life. But a spider you can't really tame in real life, right? But you can, like, take control over their mind magically. That's how you dominate those type of creatures. But if it's too smart, then also you may not be able to dominate it. Just gonna take a look so I don't sit on the spider. One moment.
And while Henrik is searching for that spider, I can continue. Henrik later logged in and wanted to make some dungeon or wanted to make something, but people just gathered around and don't wanted to, and yeah, because there were also some PK players there, and maybe the whole thing was not so many people were ready in Tindrem, I guess. And maybe because every time when Henrik is going somewhere, people are slaughtering themselves left and right. But maybe next time people can help Henrik to show the world more content than just getting Elverine carcass in the bank from a naked Thurzar. So now to the random questions and answers list. Unreal Engine 5 update is moving. They will show something next time, maybe. More points of interest are coming for the next patch. No new stuff about thievery yet. Mortal Online 1 is still running. Some magic schools should not be super rare, and that will change over time, and it will be easier to get the scrolls, even with the point of interests. Some will be lootable at the point of interests. At some. Grampus Bockus event will come again. That will leave loot bags inside the towns. For example, Tindrem, a town will get burned and everywhere's loot, and there could be really rare stuff in there. Like in Mortal Online 1. Some very rare weapon and armor books and stuff like that. In the next stream, Henrik will show us siege equipment and sieging machines for attack and defense. And if he can't make it, then the next stream. More quality of life improvements will come over time. The house disappear items and broken houses stuff. The staff. The GMs will refund the shit that was going missing through a bug or that is lost through bugs and stuff like that. So please contact the Star Wars support for that. They will enable the subscription when more stuff works like intended. Carpentry will come to the game as the other skills like from Mortal Online 1 as well, like statue making and taxidermy and all the other stuff. Staff magic is in the working and will come after the Unreal Engine 5. The GM tools are improved to get hackers and to better assist with bugs and to better assist with exploits and to better track stuff and to see more in depth what is the problem of the player, what bug he has encountered and stuff like that. Mapping and cartography will be a profession that you can make your own maps and that you can draw stuff and stuff like that, but sadly no detail. The subscription will be $14 a month. They are still fighting against cheaters and hackers. They will change something at the tower shield collision stuff and they are working on it. The shield will now count as armor weight. They are also working on that. There will also be more content for solo players and small groups. More mountable creatures and more gear for that creatures for the pets will come over time when they found more animators. Henrik promised massive gold sinks with the territory control. A veteran system will come that gives you additional skill points in profession and action skill tree. But he said a few months back only 100 points for the professions or for the action skill tree. But it's not completely sure how this plays out. The blind spell will get some slight tweaks. Middle class armor is on the list and in the making. Weather system will be fixed with Unreal Engine 5. The dual wielding will be improved from Mortal Online 1 to Mortal Online 2 a lot. And with the engine update to Unreal Engine 5, this is easier. So I guess they will work on that pretty soon. Fist weapons can be adjusted with special heads, for example, blunt, pierce and slashing options. Some magic schools will come that you can use a weapon in one hand and also cast in the other hand. Ships will come someday, wagons will come someday. Strong necromancer can take control over other necromancers' summons. They are currently focusing on fixing bugs and polishing. Dual wielding will also be a primary skill. They are currently searching for sound designers. And this game is a one server only, one world only. But Henrik already said a few months and years ago, it's possible to, for example, the other continent Saduka, to host that in the US, or to host one continent in Australia, or to host another continent in Russia or wherever. So these stream summaries are a lot of work, so thanks for watching, and special thanks to all the supporters: Carmel, Professor O, Slum of Gaming, Thibni, Lordless Guild, Frederick, Rhonus, Paarthurnax, Vinya, Cologne, Bulldog, Xunila, you, and all the others, of course. And never forget to make Spider hard, party hard, and see you all next time. Goodbye.